Hey everyone, I have a list I made here. Stuff to talk about because I always get sidetracked and these end up becoming long videos and I can't always remember what I was going to say. And I remember later. So, sorry if my face looks kind of like I'm in pain. It's because I am. I just moved like a second ago and felt like a suture that's like under my arm where he had to like sew up to get the implant to stay in place. I felt like I almost like ripped it or did something not good. Okay, so my list is kind of sporadic and spread out and whatnot, but we're just gonna go with the first one. Pain. Okay, now compared to my first surgery, the pain level from a 1 to a 10 right after surgery was like a 2. Like it was seriously nothing. Now, because I'm not on the anesthesia anymore, and I have Valium and I have extra strength Vicodin, and that works, but it also makes me sick to my stomach, or it makes me really tired, and I just don't want to sleep all the time. But, so my pain level lately has been, when I'm up and walking around, it's only on my left side. My right side's okay, but my left side, for some reason, burns like, I don't know, it just burns really, really bad. And that part is probably about an 8. But I can withstand a lot of pain. Okay. The day of surgery, I was really nervous. My husband drove. It was in Visalia, so we drove all the way, which was, well, it's about a 45-minute to an hour drive. I drove there, and the whole time I was driving there, I was panicking, freaking out. And then when we got there, I wasn't really that nervous when we got there at first. I was okay. But the closer it got, the more nervous I became. And actually at one point, the nurses and everybody had left, and it was just after they had gotten my IVs, or my IV in, which was a completely different story. Like, I was extremely dehydrated, so they couldn't find any veins that would work. So they poked me. Sorry. I'm doing it again. They got me right here and on the inner part of my arm, where most people would go. Just try it there first. That didn't work. Then they tried my wrist, like right above the bone, and it hurt really bad. And then the anesthesiologist was like, well, I can do this, and sure enough he did, thank goodness. So he got it in. They gave me antibiotics via IV, so that was, I was wondering about that because they said they were going to give me antibiotics beforehand, like an hour before, and I was thinking, well, can't really eat or drink anything. But that was given through IV. They also gave me lots of fluids, since I was dehydrated. But once they all left, I was like sitting there, and my husband was sitting in the little waiting room area, prep room with me, and I was like, my arms were freezing, so I had my arms like under the blanket, and I was afraid to pull the IV out. So I was like, babe, can you come here and please like wipe my face off, because I had tears just like pouring down my face. I was so scared. And I think part of it was because I was like, I'd had several like dreams that I died like while on the table, and I just had that weird like, that dark feeling like I wasn't gonna make it. I know that's stupid, and I've never had that problem before, but for some reason I just had this really bad feeling that I was gonna die, but I didn't. So good. After I came out of surgery, well, going into surgery, I've never had the gas mask thing on my face, but I felt like I was suffocating because it was covering my nose and my mouth. And she's like, breathe deep breaths in, and that's going to calm you down, and then we're going to give you the real medicine. And she leaned over and she's like, okay, sweetheart, I'll see you in 2 seconds your time, which is true because technically you don't remember going to sleep. All you remember is conking out and waking up, and that was it. But you've been out for like 3 or 4 hours. And I guess she told me that right after they woke me up, I was trying to like jump off the table, like I was trying to fleet off the table, like get the heck out of there, I wanted out. And they had to like hold me down. Sorry, dogs. And they had to like hold me down. So anyway, don't remember that either. My follow-up is actually on Thursday of this week, so in 2 days at 9 o'clock. Now, there is on my list here the biggest thing. I was like almost in tears for a good reason. Because if you've been following my whole journey, you know that I've worked really, really hard to lose the weight. I have maintained my weight. I've lost over 130 pounds. And I paid a lot of money for the surgery. And this is only my second real surgery. No, my third real surgery. I say real because endoscopies to me aren't exactly surgeries, but they are to doctors. But, you know, I paid a lot of money and I went through a lot of pain, and then I ended up having to do it again. Well, with my surgeon telling me that in his 32 years of practice, I was the worst case that he had ever seen, I really thought that, okay, well, he has done thousands of these revisions, but he said he'd done hundreds. Well, hundreds are plenty more than I, needed to hear. But for the fact that I was the worst case, I was worried that maybe it wasn't going to work. Well, I could take a shower after 3 days. I was afraid. So I waited 4. And the other day I took the bra off, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I called my husband in the bathroom and I was like, look, oh my god, they're like they're perfect, oh my gosh. I actually did like a side-by-side from before and after and sent it to my mom and my sister, and they were like, wow, you looked so deformed before and you look so much better. I already knew I looked deformed, but I can't wait for my incisions to heal. Not only that, but my surgeon actually cut the old scar out, and I don't even think I'm gonna have a scar. And if I am, it's gonna be very, very minimal. So I am ecstatic. And yeah. So basically, everything is turning out as planned. I'm really tired right now, so you can see I'm yawning. So I think it's time for me to go take a nap or go to bed. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Probably go to bed. Anyways, I will talk to you guys soon. This is my update. Actually, as of right now, I am 1 week post-op from my breast revision. Dr. Mitts. A lot of people misspell the name when I say it because Mitts, M-I-T-T-S. Thomas F. Mitts, M-I-T-T-S. He is an amazing surgeon. So if you live in the Fresno area or Central Valley or Visalia, his surgeries are done out of Visalia. He does a fantastic job. Anyways, that's it.